Hello, chat, by the way. This is great, everyone. I don't have to mess with any volume mixers tonight. I'm literally just sitting here. Must be what it feels like when people are like a guest on Kimmel. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, Mark, let me tell you about this project I got going on right now. Oh, it's so great. And he's just over there like getting yelled at by a producer or something. I don't know if that happens.
Yeah, currently Maria is screaming into me. Oh, right. There you go. That will have to do because that'll have to do. Yeah, it's better than nothing. Whatever. All right, let's crack on.
Sure.
So who's going to be your character of choice? I think I'm going to go with April. I want to see what it is like to. Obviously, she's going to be the most powerful character. That has to be how this works, right?
I've heard that she's quite good in the, like you were saying, the many glowing conversations about this game. I've heard that she may be OP. I'm gonna go with Donatello purely just because I love a staff as a weapon. I think staff is awesome.
It's a strong choice. I can understand that. All right, let me.
Zeke's asking where are the yams? Is that a turtle reference? Is that a cartoon reference?
I'm guessing it is, but
that's all gonna go completely over our heads. It seems like we're the only two people in our 30s who don't like love turtles.
Like I outside of Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady, I couldn't tell you any of the other like villains of TMNT.
I think that's kind of it, because I think it's like they just fight them every week because it is a Saturday morning cartoon as opposed to like a comic book where they wheel out 10 million villains. I think it's just this crew. I think that's just it.
Wait, they reduced her boobs in this game or just?
That's what Zig is referencing. Yeah, April's people were annoyed that they couldn't honk it as much to this game for children as they could when it was on Saturday mornings in the 80s.
Oh god, I hate the internet.
Yeah, people were mad about that. Yeah, and also they said "what the shell," which is a cute pun. Why didn't you say "what the fuck"? Come on, I'm 30.
Yeah, Jesus. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly bring down volume. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, should be good now.
It didn't pop up, but if anyone has not played this game yet, there is a shockingly long how to play screen on the main menu. Oh shit. This game has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah. Can I just say, the fucking head on April, Jesus Christ.
I know, yeah. All of the titty dimensions went into the heads.
And into the thighs, actually. Fair play to you.
Oh, Lord.
Stick into leg there, see.
There we go. All right.
But yeah, like, so I know that you recently spent a lot of money to complete the Simpsons game, the arcade Simpsons game.
Yes. Yes.
So, like, brawlers in general, like, what is your kind of history with them? Do you enjoy brawlers? Did you play a lot of them, like, in your younger years?
Yes, yeah. So, like, the Turtles one, obviously, I actually don't think I ever touched that ever. But Simpsons game, I mean, cumulatively across my life, I don't even want to guess how much money I spent on that thing. Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you when we were testing there yesterday, but me and a buddy of mine at an arcade bar recently, we did beat The Simpsons legit on an actual machine, and it cost us about €20 each. I genuinely think we put about 40 quid collectively into that game.
Strong.
Which brings my lifetime total up to about like 30 grand probably. But other than that, yeah, I like X-Men. I like that really bad Captain America Spider-Man one. Which I think they have in Token actually in Dublin. Yeah, I had a great affinity for them. I think that is definitely a generational thing. Like yourself, I'm doing a lot of emulation at the moment, and it is really funny how any drama or challenge in those games is completely gone when you just have a button to add a coin.
Oh yeah.
It's actually kind of depressing because like I'm playing like the Punisher at the moment, which I never played as a kid, and I'm just like, oh, and graphically it looks great. It's a really cool looking brawler, but you just walk and you've one attack button and that's it. And the bosses are stupid and there's no skill to them. It's literally just if you put enough money in, you know.
Yeah, like for myself, I didn't play a lot of brawlers at the arcades, but like, you know, Streets of Rage 2 was a game that I played excessively growing up. So, you know, when Streets of Rage 4 came out last year, that was kind of a big thing for me. But for me, in terms of the arcades, I remember I was about 13 or 14, and went to the Gran Canaria for like 2 weeks, and they had an arcade area, and they had the original House of the Dead, which like that original, I'm a big fan of. And I, over the course of about 4 or 5 days, probably spent about 20 quid each day, because I don't know, just my granddad gave me like 20 quid like pocket money to just kind of wander around and do whatever I wanted. And I did eventually manage to beat House of the Dead, but that was also one of those games that, I don't know, that's what they're there for. They're there to take as much money from you as they can.
And like, and it's just so funny because obviously you and I were very similar in this regard, in that you'd go on holiday and all you do is find the nearest arcade and just be inside, sheltered from the sun, wasting comical amounts of money.
Yeah. And Golden Axe, actually, yeah, Zig, Golden Axe is definitely another one. I didn't have like the standalone pack of Golden Axe. There was actually like on the Mega Drive, there would be the kind of triple packs. I can't remember if it was like Golden Axe, Alien Storm, and one of the MotoGP games or something. Was like the triple pack that I had. But Golden Axe was even fucking worse than like TMNT in terms of, because I actually played the emulated version of the original Golden Axe not too long ago. And like fucking, there's no way to defend, and that's kind of the thing with brawlers, is like there's no way to like parry or block shots or anything. So, you know, like, and obviously because they're based off of, is there a thing I can do here?
LB is to resurrect me, I believe.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh,
You're on your own.
Oh, it's good to, oh, there you are. That didn't take too long.
Actually, it's a good thing I'm dead because the sun is shining into my webcam. I'm just going to pull across my curtain real quick.
Alright, I'll protect you. I got this. People don't need no one. I guess I can't go... I can still go forward a little bit. I found a classic headline.
Oh, I'm alive!
I found a classic headline. I don't know what that means, but I found one, so...
Oh, journalism's alive and well.
Damn right.
Yeah, LB, this game, again, like, they did a good job of, like, let's make it look and feel really cool and like the games you remember, but let's make it more of an actual game that's, like, playable in a meaningful way compared to just, like, coin.
I mean, crucially, I can still throw enemies at the screen, so as long as I can do that, there we go.
Having a freaking Gears of War down and out system is pretty funny in a game like this. that would have been sacrilege. They would have been excommunicated from the industry back in the 90s. Also, RB does a taunt that I think helps you build some of your meter.
Ah, nice. Right, let's see how tricky the bosses are.
Oh shit! See, I was doing mine, but I there we go. Oh, I'm playing Game Boy. Also, you mentioned their Golden Axe and how it didn't have an evade. Yeah, this game having an actual dodge move is crazy.
Yeah. Like, you know, I go back and I play Streets of Rage, and, you know, I fucking adore that game. And I think way back on, like, episode 5 or 6 of Link to the Past, like, some 6 years ago, I was talking about that game, you know. But even that game doesn't give you any way to block yourself, and it's just... Yeah. You get a bunch of hits in, then your opponent's going to get a bunch of hits in, and that's just how it is. You know? So, like, does this game... So, I didn't, like... Well, I don't remember much of any of the reviews, but, like, it looks like it has some sort of... RPG might be a bit of a strong term to use, but it looks like it's got some sort of skill tree or build hit points.
I think they've split the difference really well between just port one of these onto a new system versus also make it like more of an actual.
Oh yeah, definitely. Game. Yeah. It's I mean, it's a spiritual successor, but it's, you know, like still the same game basically.
Am I getting mixed up with the Sonic thing, or are they also? Whoa! What is this overworld map? Oh my god!
Goodness. What?
Oh, that's sick! Oh, that's great! Look at that looks so good. Oh my god. Pan camera. Turtle layer. What is this?
We've got special request. Burn's office. Collect all classic headlines for Burn Thompson. Alright.
Okay. They are putting out some kind of turtle arcade game retrospective thing. Am I misremembering?
Oh no, they oh god, what the hell's that called? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. It's some kind of
But yes,
thing.
they are doing that, which honestly I thought was like Shredder's Revenge and all of that as one package. I didn't realize there was two separate things they were.
Yeah. Again, that's you and I as filthy casuals in the turtle world, having no respect for the classics.
I know, right?
This looks great.
Yeah. I kind of like almost wish that I wasn't doing this as part of a stream so I could listen to the soundtrack, because I imagine the soundtrack is absolutely banging.
It sounds very nice. Yeah.
You can always say that for a brawler. You're always going to get a good soundtrack.
Yeah. And I think from what I understand,
whoa!
What is happening? Oh
Holy
my god!
Shit!
April's got Mjolnir. What is happening?
Jesus!
What the fuck?
She is the chosen one.
My god!
Worthy. I know.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's kicking ass. I know that much.
Seems like based on the pretty positive reviews, seems like there is a decent amount of replayability and stuff.
Yeah.
Different characters, different abilities, and up to 6 players, which is actually really cool.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see that, because I know from some of the clips I was seeing, like the game increases in difficulty, or it kind of compensates for having 6 players in. So I imagine that would just be complete fucking chaos.
I like the idea that just big time cooperative games back. That Mario Strikers has 8 player. You can have each character controlled by a person.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Are you playing that?
I am playing that. Yeah. I've been playing a bunch of it with my housemate, and it's pretty good. So
I like it.
I was talking about it on this week's podcast, and basically, what I like about it is that they did the opposite of what they've done with the tennis and golf games to the Switch, where they just kind of wanked around with it, added too many bells and whistles, and just like detracted from what the core gameplay was going to be. And like one of the complaints with like Strikers is that there isn't a lot to it past like the core gameplay, but it's not, like as long as the core gameplay is there and it works and fun, I'm not too fussed about if it doesn't have like a fucking story mode.
Right.
It'd be nice to have, but like I think the issue is that it's probably not a €60 game.
No.
But Nintendo be Nintendo. But no, I think it's great. I think it actually has a lot more kind of depth to it than you realize.
Yes.
And like I like the fact that instead of having free kicks and penalties in the game, if you foul your opponent, a question box appears. They can then use it. They do some smart little things there. Like I didn't spend really any time with the GameCube or Wii version, so I don't have a lot to kind of compare it to. No, I think Strikers is excellent. And that's it. Yeah,
I'm with you as well. Again, price a bit steep. I had a voucher, so that eased it a little bit. And the funny thing is, just Nintendo will be the last one onto the whole subscription model thing. That's if it even ever happens. It's not going to be anytime soon. You know. I think it's a game that would probably do great if it was on something like that, but that's not the world we live in. No, I'm having a lot of fun with it as well. But again, like you were kind of saying, not the be all end all, but sometimes I'm like playing some online matches. I'm like, all right, I want to break from this, and there's not really much. There isn't much else to it, unfortunately.
And Zig makes the point of Mario Kart. Like Mario Kart doesn't have any fucking, even with Mario Kart 8, which is like still selling 1 million fucking copies a week. Like that doesn't have any kind of fucking Diddy Kong racing style campaign mode, though wouldn't be great if it did. But it gets what it needs to get right, which is racing.
Yeah, I think there is one criticism I will say is oh shit, I'm got infinite ninja power, whatever that means. I think one thing is the roster's a bit limited, the arenas are a bit limited.
Definitely.
But I think apparently there's been some data mining, and it's like there's slots there that they're gonna. Yeah,
I think it was on Nextlander. Vinny or Alex was saying that 10 slots that they're gonna fill in.
Okay.
So that's really.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'll come back to, because like Switch Sports and Strikers, they're kind of two sides of the same coin, where what is there I think works really well, but definitely great if they're there. Certainly with like Switch Sports, it does seem kind of like a bare bones. It does feel like a bit of a bare bones package. I get like again, full price title. What? I think it was.
It was Strikers.
No, Switchboard.
Oh, that I think I remember hearing that was 40. Oh,
like,
Jesus.
And like I've been enjoying Switch Sports as well, but it would be nice if it had everything at launch instead of, hey, golf is coming in August or whatever.
Yeah, that's just, especially because it's just kind of like, I feel like 1-2 Switch as well. I feel like a lot of that weird kind of Wii legacy stuff they do on the Switch, I feel like has been a bit tepid so far. And I feel like if I could be armchair CEO, my rationale with one of these would be let's come out swinging and just do a big launch that everyone's super excited about, rather than a tepid one. But like, oh, we've got a roadmap, guys.
Yeah.
I'm road mapped out right now in video games.
So I never saw that fucking the live action TMNT a couple of years ago. Was that meant to be like? I don't know if you saw that, Barry.
No.
I mean, your countryman Seamus is in it.
Yes.
Bored, like seen it. But that seemed like it was kind of like a grittier version of TMNT, but I don't know.
They were Michael Bay produced, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah, I didn't like the I mean, again, having no real affinity for them is part of why I never saw it, but I just didn't really like the way it looked, and that was gritty reboot burnout for me. Was really happening then.
I'm just going to jump into the turtle lair quickly.
Yeah, let's see what that is. Yeah.
Looks to be it's basically all the challenges.
Oh, I can do this. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Fitness journal. What is that?
Defeat the Rat King while using Splinter. Okay, so right, it's just
Rat King.
It's that's more your Last of Us 2 references.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not appropriate, age appropriate for this game. There's like okay, yeah, I can now as I poke around this menu, I'm like, there's a lot of unlockables and bits and bobs.
So hey, that's where the replayability is,
Yeah.
And fitness journal. All right, so I guess that's the like not RNG, RPG element of this. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, cool, fair enough. Whatever. Waiting for more players to join. You can see. Yes, I just want to start the game. I don't want more players. I just need Barry. I don't need anyone else. Fuck off.
We're doing so well so far.
I know, right?
Oh, is this a vehicle level?
Yeah. Yes, I know. I know, like, the whole idea of pixel art and pixel style games is a bit worn out to some degree. I still think that a good-looking pixel art game is still a good-looking pixel art game.
Oh, totally.
But this does look nice. It does look very nice.
Oh, this song has lyrics.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hear that.
I can hear it. I can hear it. Pretty gangster. Yeah, wasn't it like Mega Ran? I think does a track on this.
I think I heard Raekwon does a track on this. I think they got some. I think they got some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot happening on the screen.
The Zig is with me. Like, I'll take pixel art over Last of Us 2 any day.
Well, he would say that. He's just trying to get a rise now.
No, he was just referring to like the kind of photorealistic style, and I just had to get my digs in.
Okay. Apologies, Zig. Apologies. You're catching strays. You're catching strays. That's not fair.
Oh dear.
Although, listen, I'm gonna get that fucking remake and just spend 18 hours streaming it and complaining about it.
Yeah, so. You're just as much a part of the problem as I am getting Sonic Origins tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, I've got no ground to stand on that one. You're completely right. How did you hurt these flying things?
You got jump kick.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh shit, I'm getting run over. Oh, this is hectic. Oh my god.
I'm getting wrecked.
Oh no! Okay, don't attack it then.
That worked.
Have pizza.
Oh no!
Eat pizza. No, stop! Eat pizza. This is bullshit.
How the fuck are you meant to be able to save me if you don't have enough time? That's
oh, did we lose a life there?
I guess it is interesting to kind of know, like, how do lives work in this not an arcade style game?
That's weird. Yeah, there was because I'm assuming you can't move when you're in that state.
No, I can't do anything. But yeah, like if you're gonna add that the ability to save your opponent, you do need to be able to give them some sort of like window to be able to fucking do that.
This music's great. Oh my god. Yeah. People weren't aware, by the way, this is of course on Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
As all good games are these days.
And crossplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are on the PC, is it?
I am on the PC version right now. Yep.
And I am on the Series S.
Yep. And I don't know, connection-wise, seems to be working all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Although another strength of a game like this is you probably wouldn't notice too much if there was a little bit of wonkiness.
Yep. Did you download download Fall Guys? Now it's play.
No, I still have it on my PS5, but you know what? I should probably put it on the Xbox because the PS5 memory is at such a premium. God, that's a pain. That is a pain, that situation. And they're like decently reviewed PS5 hard drives. I just don't want to spend the money. I just don't want to spend it.
I was in GameStop the other day, and not that I needed one, but I had a look at the Seagate expansion passes. I really should give that piece. My apologies. I was looking at the Seagate expansions for the Series S, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we got like a 2 terabyte one here, which is like 200 quid or something." I was like, I could just buy another fucking Series S for that.
Yeah, no, I did get the Seagate, and the funny thing is, I didn't urgently need it, but my kind of thing was like, I just want to future-proof this and just have it, and not have to think about it again for however many years, you know. Uh-oh, looks like we're in the same. Come on! Yeah. Oh, hell yeah!
Not that you get much life back.
That's alright. Oh my god!
How do you avoid this guy?
What doesn't? What is hurting us? Oh lord.
So yeah, I can get like a hit in and then I gotta move.
Right. Oh lord.
Rough.
I need more pizza.
Fuck you.
Oh god.
I don't like our chances here, Barry. I'm not gonna lie.
No. There we go. Yeah. So I got that Xbox thing anyway, and it is the other good thing is that the Series S does that smart delivery stuff, which gives you the smallest possible version of the game, which is really good.
Ah,
oh man. Jesus.
So I feel like maybe a way to approach this is kind of avoid, or we can just both die. That works.
This is hard. Yeah. This is hard. I remain unclear on what the I wonder is it like a points penalty or something like that?
I don't know. Well, I can see that we've got like lives up there, so maybe, but like a continue screen or something. I guess we will find out at some point. Yeah, my plan is I'm just gonna hold back, get my special up, and then attack. There we go.
There we go. We got him anyway. We got him.
Whew.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh, I got an achievement for beating the boss with a super attack.
Did I spend most time in the air? April 1, the Airbot Award. Spent most time in the air. Be me.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Look out, he's having his revenge.
There's Big Sexy. Do you know, I've never seen the 90s TMNT.
I think I've seen the first one when I was very young. I remember being quite scared by it. Hey, listen, I was young. They're scary rubber monsters.
Alright, I mean, yeah, I guess. I put a post out today because you know, for anyone not aware, myself and Barry take part in a Game of the Year series of podcasts come the end of the year each year that you can hear over on Link to the Cast. And I put a post out today with like my 10 games of the year so far.
Well, did you? I didn't see this.
Did. Well, you know, you could just go onto my backlog profile. You can see it on there.
Oh, yeah, that's
I've
true,
been keeping that thing up to date, let me tell you. And where are you sitting at, Barry? What you know, you don't have to give me like an ordered ranked 10, but if you've got like maybe a couple of standouts so far that you think you were talking about come the end, so I can, you know, prepare myself to find them.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I hate to give the most boring answer, but it's still Elden Ring at number 1 for me. I think it's been an okay year so far, but it's been, in terms of stuff, I feel like I'm gonna go to bat for Game of the Year. I feel like once I still haven't finished Elden Ring, so I feel, who the fuck is that thing? What is that?
No fucking, is that Battletoad?
It's fucking Graggle Simpson. What is that? Oh my god, he's monstrous. I feel like once I beat Elden Ring and I see how the end game plays out, and maybe I'll love it or hate it in the second half. I'm not betting on hating it. But the only other game that I'm really like, I fucking love this is Sifu. You know, I feel like Sifu is one of those, on another year, on a quieter year, Sifu would be number 1 with a bullet for me.
Yeah.
It is ridiculously great. And I feel like I've wanted a game like that for so long. I remember when they put out that first trailer, I remember being like, oh my god, what is that thing? It looks so cool. And it delivered. It really did. Oh shit, these long range guys are a pain in the arse. Beyond that, what has there been this year? Because even I went into our little Game of the Year tracking file there recently. I went into that and I was just kind of like, it was relatively bare on my count, and I couldn't think of anything. Is there an enemy glitching out on us there? Oh, he stuck to me. Oh no.
I can't see anything.
Oh, sorry. That must have just been on my screen. There was that enemy you just killed was like stuck to me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, it's not doing it for me.
Oh,
whoa!
shit. Oh, what is happening?
You know.
But yeah, Sifu, and I'm like a lot of stuff missed for me this year. Like fucking Horizon, I really didn't. I have to put a bit more time into that, to be fair. I fell off it very quickly. But you know, that was a bit of a whiff. No, we were talking yesterday about Nobody Saves the World. You know, okay, cute, fun for a little while, but I have started Norco and I really like it, but I'm too early to make any kind of meaningful judgment call on that. Let me give her pizza.
I like the fact they can take each other out. That's very handy.
Oh, we're gonna fight these tigers. Yeah. Oh. How are we supposed to dodge that? Oh my.
I've watched Jumanji. I know how to avoid a stampede. What the fuck? Disgusting bug found. Okay, cool.
So out of curiosity, what was your number 1 currently?
So my number 1 currently is Citizen Sleeper.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I really like, and the thing as well is that game has like a bunch of different like endings and storylines to go down. So I only did 1, and they actually added 1 or 2 more recently. So like I've got a lot more time to spend with that game. But I like story-wise, that just, I don't know, it kind of grabbed me and it kind of stuck with me. So that's my number 1, and then I think I've got my 2 and 3 are Tunic and Hard Shark. So
also Card Shark makes the list. Okay.
Oh yeah, I really like Card Shark. It has some issues, but I think that like its overall, its kind of landing and its execution, I think it's a super. And they're all like, well, actually no, Tunic is not a story game. There's no fucking story at all. But Citizen Sleep and Card Shark definitely kind of more narrative.
Holy shit! Look at these things. Yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be siding with Garrett in terms of his tunic slander, but it was one of those ones I actually just updated my backlog to just kind of update it to like shelved or whatever their term is for.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I may come back to this at some stage, but I'm just kind of like had an admiration for it, but just. Oh shit! I'm falling down. I am falling down holes non-stop. Oh my god, what is happening?
I thought I was going to get my second there. Come on.
Her super is so funny.
I feel like
dirtbag and ground chuck.
I feel like she's maybe like got a little bit less defense because maybe it's just I'm shit and I'm taking more damage than you, but it does feel like she's getting into the red a lot quicker.
What? Oh shit!
Ah shit!
What are those? They have stats there on the selection screen. It's like speed and.
I think it was speed, attack, maybe defense as well, or damage.
Okay. Yeah, Tunic is one where I may fire it up. Well, actually, I don't know if I should even read about it because it's one of those ones where once you go a certain amount of time without playing it, I feel like it'll be inscrutable trying to go back.
You would be you'd be kind of fucked with that one then.
But yeah, didn't hate it, but it was just kind of like after a while I was like, okay. Another one where the combat just. I think just before we went on air, actually, I was talking about Loot River. It's the combat in Tunic is another one of those ones where I feel like it's doing like bad Souls impersonation, where it's just like slow, but with none of the satisfaction of it. A friend of mine, Paul, he did turn on their like no die mode. They have a no dying mode. So I might like stick that on and just kind of see what the second half of the game looks like.
Why is this guy just ahead, by the way? What the fuck is this?
Again, this has to be a thing that just the turtle heads out there are loving. You and I are ignorant.
I'm trying to think what else is in my top 10. Fuck, what else is in there? I've got Norco in there somewhere. With Norco, I will say that like, because I played that and Citizen Sleeper like basically as a 1-2, and I found that I think like the setting of Norco is more interesting than like the actual the gameplay and the kind of plot towards the story towards the end. I don't think it kind of nails the landing for me, but I do think that world that you're in, like the tone, I think really, really strong with that. And definitely like an original game.
Yeah.
But yeah, just some of the kind of gameplay mechanics are very like, it's a point and click adventure basically. You know?
Yeah, and that's so not my genre.
Same.
But I think what my early impressions are pretty good. If it becomes a 1.0 release before Game of the Year, then Vampire Survivors is certainly the conversation for me.
Yeah, I like Vampire Survivors. I wouldn't say I'm championing it to the degree that you and Garrett were. Yeah. But I appreciate what it is. It is a numbers go up sort of thing. And it does have a like. Oh, we do move super dive. Press Y midair to perform. All right, I will do that. It does have like a slightly like deeper level of depth to it than you realize.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is just fucking, for me, I just make sure that I get as much garlic as I can, and then I run around, and sometimes I just stand still and let the gameplay go for me.
Yeah, which is kind of the charm, I think.
Yeah.
You got 69 hits there, nice. Oh shit.
Just land a fucking TV camera at their heads. Well, you know. Whoa.
Why? Oh yeah, we must have the Rat King coming soon.
Right. Awesome.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, this is definitely, you know, it's a brawler. Like, gameplay-wise, it's, you know, what you'd expect. It doesn't delve too far out of the formula, but it's definitely something I can just kind of switch my brain off and,
yeah,
you know. I think the interesting thing is going to be, Jesus Christ, the interesting thing is going to be, like, how long is the game? Because brawlers, you know, they have a shelf life. You don't want them to go too long before they figure out their work.
Yeah, you kind of want to, you know, play the hits of the locations, the sewers. I will put money. There's an elevator level coming our way, probably. You know, you want to do all that, getting it out, because even this one, which has more depth than a lot of the actually revered classic ones, still not enough that you want to have a longer than, say, like 3-hour campaign. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about the replayability earlier. It's like, that's good, but you want, I think games like this, it's best to have options for like 5 separate 2-hour playthroughs rather than 1 10-hour playthrough, you know?
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy going ham on his wind instrument.
I am the Rat King.
You're not as gross as the actual Rat King.
I don't know, he feels like an extra from a Capcom K games. Maybe that's just,
yeah.
maybe this is animation.
Someone just in the background just fiddling with his rats. Oh my god, oh my god, oh no, that's horrible.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good.
Oh, get fucked, rats. Rats out. Yeah.
Yeah, just slide into them. That's definitely the approach to take.
I've just learned that they cannot take damage. Well, maybe these little ones can, but the waves can. Holy shit!
Oh my word!
God, get bones.
That was good. There's some good damage there. Oh, actually, an interesting one that I have on my list because it came out in December. But I've got Halo Infinite on my list.
Oh yeah. I started playing. I'm kind of the inverse of you. I have played the multiplayer of that, but not the single player.
I you know, don't give a shit about the multiplayer, but I like that single player campaign. I like the open worldness of it. The first hour or so is kind of a drag because it's all like the cliched Halo corridor style shooting that I just don't give a shit about.
Right.
But once you get past that and you actually get out into the open world, and it becomes a little bit like a Breath of the Wild style game where you're just kind of wandering around and you stumble across a base camp and things start blowing up and shit just kind of goes wild. And once you get into that territory, I think that game, like, it really finds its grip.
Yeah.
I had a blast with that.
Yeah, I want to start the campaign fairly soon. Never been a Halo guy ever, really.
Same.
But again, the you know, Game Pass stuff changes all of that. You're like, okay, this is the biggest release on the platform, and it's included in the subscription. So
And
I guess at some point I will play Elden Ring. Just
you probably should.
I don't know. Like, the problem is I have to go into it with an unbiased mind, but my mind is already made up that I fucking hate the combat, and you know, if I don't get past that in the first hour or so, then I'm just not going to get past it at all.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't feel like the combat in that game is going to be that much different to, say, a Bloodborne or a Dark Souls, and you know, that's going to be a problem for me.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of really significantly different, no. Although I remember there's a lot of confusing stuff around the game when it first came out, because some people were calling it the most accessible one, other people were calling it the weirdest and the hardest to understand, and all this stuff. As someone who's only played 2, I you know, this one and Bloodborne, I feel like this game is instantly more accessible than Bloodborne. I feel like, I know everyone's made a million Breath of the Wild comparisons already, but I do feel like that aspect of the game where you can just change your mind and go do something else and go in a completely different direction.
Fuck this guy.
What is this? Oh, he's kind of cool. I hope we get a level, like a vehicle level later on where we're stealing these. But yeah, I feel like I feel like Elden Ring is way more accessible than it got credit for.
You say that. All I saw was a bunch of video clips of like just fucking birds flying out of the sky, just on a whim's notice.
Well, it still has that stuff, but I think it just what really matters is how what you make of that stuff. And the funny thing about those games and so much talk about the death in them and oh my god, I just keep dying. It's like, well, but like there's really, other than like every now and then you may lose like a huge quantity of souls, right? But beyond that, like, so, you know, something drops out of the sky and kills you that you never saw coming. It's like, okay, but now you know it's there, and also you didn't lose anything really meaningful when you died. Do you know what I mean? Because like the one of the early ones I saw before I got it was like the wolf thing, right? There's a section of the woods where a literal tornado comes along with wolves in it, and they drop out of the sky on you, and you're like, what the fuck is this? But then it's kind of like, okay, well now I know it's here, and then later on you meet a guy who tells you about the fucking magician or whatever the fuck he is who makes that happen, and then you have to go find him, and it's kind of like it's through what looks like surface level bullshit. They're just making the world feel really hostile and weird and mysterious and like one big puzzle to be solved, you know?
I guess the thing for me is I always prefer the environment where it's shown boss or some sort of environmental trap, but done in an environment where you're not being ambushed by it.
Yeah.
Where I feel like with Elden Ring, seriously, the f is this guy? I feel like with
I don't get these things at all.
I feel like with Elden Ring, it's just a lot of like, hey, no, you're gonna get like, fuck you, you're gonna die from this thing, and that's how you're gonna. Old environment where.
Well, it is that. I mean, it totally is that. It totally is that. There are things that you have no, you know, without using a guide or anything like that. There are things in that game, of course, that there is no meaningful way you can prepare for them.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's all just, oh shit. I think that's just, it is all in how you look at it, because some people, and I think even Miyazaki himself would argue that the death is the learning from that.
Yeah.
You know. Is he still alive? Oh, he is, yeah.
I have enjoyed these guys in the background, whether they've been cooking on the PC or...
Yeah.
There's been some nice touches there. A sushi kit?
Is that what that is?
Like it? What do you do? Oh, 10 points.
Extra points.
Thank you very much.
These guys with the maces are pretty tough.
The slide tackle seems to be the most effective way to get around them.
Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, it's a video game woman. Watch out.
Fuck's sake. You're a fucking Paradise Killer character. Whoa! Alright.
Zig says there. What are there 16 episodes of, Zig? I don't know what you're referring to. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That seems too low.
Has to be more than 16, surely.
No. It may have been something we mentioned in passing 2 seconds ago.
Maybe. Did you play Castle Crashers back in the day?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a very underrated brawler of the genre. And I feel like that was actually one of those... The levels are called episodes. Ah! Oh, thank you very much.
The levels are... Oh, that's clever.
Yeah. I feel like Castle Crashers was actually one of those like brawlers where it felt like it kind of expanded on the genre a bit. Like I remember sinking a lot of hours in. Because I feel like I recall it did some of the RP characters build up his stats. Yeah. And it felt quite varied. Like I remember spending a lot of time with that game. God bless the Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah. No, they really have been on the precipice of a lot of stuff the last 3 generations, to be fair to them. They being Xbox. My big Xbox Live Arcade game was Super Meat Boy.
I mean, preaching to the choir, my friend.
It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
Yes. Get own Tempestra.
I had a couple of XBLA games. I had Castle Crashers, Super Meat Boy, God, Spelunky. I fucking sunk a stupid amount of time into that game.
I only recently got into Spelunky in
Oh
preparation
my
for 2.
God, Spelunky. See, I bounced off of Spelunky too. But OG Spelunky is. Mwah.
What's happening now?
I'm guessing that's the body of that guy with the head.
Oh, we're putting him together. Okay, I get it.
Well, I don't know if we are, but someone is.
Sorry, I'm just putting out the link again. I think I forgot to retweet it a second ago. I'm going to take a look and see if we filled out the turtle layer anymore. Points. I don't understand a lot of this. Okay, so this challenge is for like beat level 1 unharmed. Perform 5 fling tosses. Okay. I think this might be a fun game to like achievement hunt.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a brawler, and it's in 2022, so adding those type of like in-game achievements and obviously Xbox points and trophies, it's kind of standard fare, but it makes sense. And fuck these guys.
Oh my god, more new weapon types!
I've been meaning to actually go back and do another playthrough of Super Meat Boy, because it's been a while since I've done one. And like when you played me, like, did you do the whole thing? Did you do like the Cotton Alley, all of the Dark Worlds and stuff?
No. I don't even think I finished the main game.
Yeah, the Cotton Alley, which is like the last area. Good job, Barry.
Oh, I just did it again! Oh god, mother. What is happening?
Can you get over here with me? There we go.
Oh my god.
Double jump. That's the way. Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Yeah, the last world in that game is by far the toughest thing I've ever. I've been definitely meaning to go back to it and see, with my reflexes being a little bit slower than they used to be, I can still do that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's insanely hard. It is insanely hard. When you do go back and replay it though, make sure you like get, I think the Steam version still has the original music.
Yeah.
It is unfortunate, and the funny thing is, like, I really don't like the new music as well. It's like I don't even think it's very good at all. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it Game of the Year last year, but did you like touch Super Meat Boy Forever?
No.
Oh
no.
Boy. If you want disappointment, my friend, that fucking thing.
Yeah, it seemed like a bummer.
Yeah. A similar game in vein to Super Meat Boy, not in terms of the mechanics, but in terms of like the game loop. You touch Disc Room at all?
No. I heard good things.
It's good. It's pretty good. It's tough. It definitely has that level of challenge. It actually recently came to Game Pass. But yeah, would recommend kind of just like giving that a shot, giving that pick up. You know, play for like 15-20 minutes, get a feel for it.
Yeah.
I very much been enjoying.
Oh hell yeah! Oh shit! I should have left that for you. Sorry.
That's right.
I think we can press LB to high five and swap to health points.
What?
Hey,
oh shit! That's awesome. Hello for anyone in the stream, by the way, if you're watching. This is myself and Barry doing a first-time playthrough of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. So thank you for joining. Neither myself nor Barry would be confess to being like fans of TMNT or having much of a kind of like nostalgic feeling for it, but you know, we've played Turtles in Time. We've dabbled with the series here and there.
Yeah.
And we are fans of brawlers in general, so not to say that we're qualified to play these games, but hey, yeah, we're playing them.
But we're doing it. That's never stopped me before.
Oh, I just got wrecked. I'm fucked.
Get away! Enjoy your pizza. Oh shit! I just went to the trouble of saving her. You
Sorry.
asshole.
I got distracted. I took a drink there for a second and was looking at the stream. Fuck it. Oh, that's good. That's a good time for some. I feel like those double pizza boxes are placed well, just like, at the right time. Oh, they're placed just before you get to the boss, so that would make sense.
Oh, holy shit.
The fuck is that clown? Alright. Price of one. Ah, man, that was a total waste. Fuck. I'm getting greedy with trying to get the special charges in.
Same.
Oh,
they hit each other.
come on, come on, come on, come on! Nice. That's
Hell
good.
yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, come on. All right, just stop dicking around. Come on.
Me too. I give her a vote to it. Oh my god, it's so hard grading on the.
Ah, fuck. You think sometimes as well, like if you're on like the same vertical plane as them, you think that if they're going to start running that they're not going to be able to hit you, but they'll run up and then run to the right.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, no, no. Why you... Oh, Christ.
No, he had no comments.
Fuck. There we go. Fuck you.
Zig's asking if either of us are still playing Ollie Ollie World. I am.
I actually, like, I basically completed it within the span of about 2 weeks of getting it, because I don't think there was anything out at the time that Ollie Ollie World came out, so I just had that window to hammer through it. I didn't, like, 100% it, but I definitely, like, did most of it. And I know there's DLC that came out, like, within the last like, week or so.
And it's free.
It's free. Oh, that's actually.
I think so anyway, because like my game updated and there was like a splash screen going, oh, here's this thing.
Interesting. I'll have to check that because I did ask. I asked Niner because I got him into it, saying that it was paid, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But Ollie Ollie World that's another game that's in my top 10 for the.
Yeah, actually, good timing by Zig. That's actually that. I'm only about 3 or 4 hours into it, but that's a fantastic game, and it'll definitely be on my it'll definitely on my list for sure.
Because like I always liked the original Ollie Ollie games, but I like them more just kind of for the concept more than the execution at times.
Yeah.
And I feel like they took that idea and they got it right this time. And within like the last 2 years, like during the lockdown, Maria sat me down and basically watched the entirety of the Adventure.
Oh.
Which I'd never watched before, and now become like. So having that art style in Ollie Ollie World, like I don't know, it really kind of hit me. Really spoke to me, how we say. Yeah, I think Ollie Ollie World.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna play that deal.
And the presentation is such a key thing, because I liked 1 and 2 as well, but I feel like they were missing a little bit of flavor, you know, which World thankfully has.
And those games also, that game also gets quite tough towards the end.
Yeah, that was kind of the defining characteristic of the first two, was that they were very tough.
Yeah, they definitely ask a lot of you towards the end, I'll say that much. That's going to be probably. That's probably going to be the problem. Is if I go back to it now, depending on what the DLC is like, I'm going to basically have to relearn that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's some 80s hard rock classic backgrounds to this.
Yes, this sounds like something you'd find playing on V-Rock in Vice City.
This is something myself and Jack would be arguing was soundtrack of the year. Boy, I think that was the most heated we ever got.
Music always is.
Yeah.
Music always
go up! You're missing the. Oh.
Oh.
You went down. It's fine.
I got it. I'm all pizzas up. Oh my god.
And one other thing, actually, which no one's been talking about, maybe because I think it came out just at the start of the year, but the puzzle game that the Shovel Knight developers put out, called,
oh yeah,
like Pocket Dungeon. I can't remember the exact name of it.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
Really, really good. I think it's only like 20 quid. I think that like that's a really clever puzzle game. That like you think it's doing kind of like a match 3 thing. Kind of like a Super Street Fighter, Puzzle Fighter type of thing, but it's its own original kind of idea and mechanic, but Shovel Knight backdrop.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really, really good game. Oh.
I never played actual Shovel Knight.
Oh man, actual Shovel Knight is fucking yeah. But then
I think I played some kind of shareware demo they put out before it came out. I don't think I actually ever played the full game.
Yeah, I mean, like me growing up playing fucking Castlevania and Mega Man. Surprise, surprise, Shovel Knight speaks to me because it basically just takes those 2 games and makes a new version of it.
Right. Oh my god.
Is anyone still playing Wordle, Zig?
I've kind of given up, and I was on it for quite a while. I do it every now and then when I'm like really bored and I want to stop refreshing Twitter for a half hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I listen. It had a good run.
But what do you think? Like, didn't kill it, but certainly like dampened it. Was it the whole acquisition, or was it the fact? Yeah. Or was it the fact that there is now like 50 different fucking versions, and you've got like Guess the Game and like the music version and the even more complicated versions of Wordle? Like, I feel like the saturation of that has played a part.
I think it's played a part, and also I think it had a natural life cycle. You know? There was a time when like news outlets wouldn't stop talking about how everyone was playing Sudoku. Do you know what I mean? Like that was a genuine.
Hey! I don't want to hear a bad word about Sudoku.
No,
never.
No, because what I was gonna say was people still do play it, but I distinctly remember when it first kind of gained popularity in the early 2000s. It was like, it's the talk of the town. Many are. It's like, and it was. Then it stopped being the hot thing that everyone was playing, but people still played it. That's kind of Wordle. People still play it, but it's not the thing. And I think it had a natural life cycle, but then I think the merger hurt it. I think people lost their data. There was all this weird shit where people in different time zones were getting different words, which was not a case before. I think it was a pretty terrible handover process. Yeah, but I think it'll be hard to beat it for the old game of 2022.
Yeah, I think that it's. Well, I mean, there was a port of Paradise Killer this year, so you're gonna try and convince Dave otherwise.
Paradise Killer has gotten plenty of awards. Oh my god, you people of Paradise Killer, and I like Paradise Killer. God damn.
But no, like Wordle certainly, because it goes outside of the realm of just the fact like it's a game. It was a cultural phenomenon. Might be a bit of a strong term, but it.
No, I think that's fair. I honestly think that's fair.
McClellan, welcome to the chat. How's it going?
Learners, look at these puncher guys. Oh my god. What are these little freaks we keep unlocking? Can they help us or something?
No, they just kind of stand there.
Every minute is pain. Ugh.
Did you even like look at the fucking Battletoads
Oh,
game
the
from
new
last
one?
year? Yeah.
No, I've never touched a Battletoads game, you know.
I played like OG Battletoads back in the day. I never completed one because it's fucking impossible. I spent about 10 minutes with that new one. It ain't it, son. Let me tell you that much.
I think when it came out, I downloaded it because it was like, well, you know, Game Pass, whatever, blah, blah, and then it was just like, actually, this doesn't seem worth it.
Why am I doing this? Yeah.
Yeah. Common sense prevailed.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, McLennan, I am very much enjoying what this is. You know, it's not offering me anything that I wouldn't expect from like a TMNT brawler in 2022. But I think to some degree that's kind of... If it tried to add too many bells and whistles, it'd probably take what people were looking for out of it. So, yeah. And
you know,
as
they're not making a Muso at the end of the day, you know.
No. And as we were saying earlier, I definitely would like to play like the 6-player version. Just see like how fucking bonkers it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like rally the troops over the weekend or something and like test this out, because I wanted to do that. We were talking earlier about Mario Strikers. I wanted to try and do it with that, but again, 60 quid game, you know, that's getting mixed reviews. Very hard to do that. But with this, you know, most of my friends have an Xbox, and all of them who have an Xbox have Game Pass. So you know, who
are the freaks that have a Series S but don't have Game Pass? Because they exist.
I would love to know. I would love to know.
Like, do you think they watch like the Xbox conference for Summer Games Fest and just go, nah, you know what? It's just not speaking to me. I really have. There we go.
You just about got there.
No, every time I press RB instead of LB, I want to find out what your comments are as you're flat on your ass.
I'm dying, April. Ah!
Really, tell me more.
Oh, I had a good run. Could have been longer if you'd healed me. Yeah, but like, unless you're like, and I can kind of understand it, but like, if you're one of those hardcore kind of like, I like to own my video games, maybe I can see them. But even still, are you watching that press conference where every single thing has a Game Pass bumper, and you're just like, well, that's another 60 quid for me.
Like Hollow Knight Silk Song, that alone, that pays for my Game Pass, like my subscription for the year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, I kind of am getting back into the idea of physical ownership. Oh, what?
Bigger.
What? Oh, this way. Oh, okay. But like, like if a game is multi-system and it's not on Game Pass, I'm getting it on the. I typically get it on the PlayStation, and I'm getting a physical copy where possible, just because the importance of physically having a game is not lost on me in this era where like the Wii and 3DS shops are going offline. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, it's just kind of like, I also think these subscription services are cool ideas. So you know.
Yeah, definitely. I'm finding on myself because so before I moved to Ireland, I had like an obscene amount of CDs and like consoles. Like I had about 12 different consoles, around about the number, maybe a few less. But you know, I was collecting them basically. And oh, okay. But like
where's this guy coming from?
I was like, what the fuck? But when I moved to Ireland, I had to like get rid of a lot of stuff, and that was one of the first times that I had hoarded a bunch of stuff over the years, but then had to get rid of it. And it's an interesting experience to go through because, you know, there was like 10 years of collecting stuff that I had to part ways with. Once you've done it for the first time, there is kind of a part of you is like, well, why the fuck would I ever collect anything again? Because I'm just going to have to do something with it. Or at least until like I own my own house, then at that point, well, hey, it's mine. There's no reason that I wouldn't have this stuff for the time. So I've not been collecting physical games since I moved to Ireland, and part of that is just because, you know, like most things that I play, I feel fairly comfortable that I can exchange in because I'm not going to play it again going forward.
Yeah.
But there is part of me that's kind of wanted to go back and get like some of the rarer stuff. Like I really want to get my hands on a Neo Geo Pocket, and collect.
Oh really?
Yeah, but like I want to collect things that aren't fucking possible to collect because there's just none around to find. But I would rather have that than just a collection of PS4 and PS5 games.
Yeah, totally. And even though like you and I know we're both getting big into our emulators at the moment, but I'm still all about like I go bargain hunting for PS2 games all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
I pop into every CEX I pass.
Yeah.
Just because the novelty of having them is great.
But like we're saying like that, I mean, obviously, you got your house soon and whatnot. But if I had my own house, if I had my own room, and I had like just fucking wall-to-wall shelves, I would be absolutely going into a local CEX and just FIFA 2005. I'm never gonna fucking play it, but it's 99¢. Why wouldn't I own it? Just the way I did.
Yeah, totally. I went looking for Legends of Wrestling for a stream recently.
Oh
the game
god, that
stinks.
fucking thing.
Absolutely stinks. But like one guy was selling it along with it was obviously just
I saw that TikTok. I saw that TikTok video.
I was like, okay, NHL fucking 04, and a bunch of weird shit. And I was like, hey, listen, if ever I want to play these games, there they are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to your hot takes on Rugby 2005. What can I say?
I mean, I think I might fire that stuff up just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because again, it is just because it was a case of like it wasn't like 100 quid. It was like 20 for the bundle. I was like, listen, I might as well.
But the thing as well, and certainly I found with the PS2, like, hey, emulating that stuff, it isn't always a surefire thing.
No.
Like, Dave was telling me about, like, the GAA game on PS2, which I got my hands on, but that thing just does not, unless the original version is that fucking broken, which I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's
possibly
an actual proper release. But it was glitched and I was really disappointed because it was the kind of thing like I wouldn't mind sticking that on a stream and just kind of seeing like what the fuck this thing is, but it wasn't working. So yeah, there is that side to it as well.
Yeah, and also it's kind of like with PS2 emulation, I noticed as well. It's like it really is so dependent on like, okay, what system are you trying to play it on? What's your PC specs, and then also the game itself does matter. And it's like you are probably going to have a hard time finding someone to help you do diagnostics on the GAA game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's really been like an eye-opening year because I feel like me and you, we both, our attention towards like emulation and those like handheld consoles doing that kind of thing, I feel like we sort of started around about the same time in terms of being interested in it, but not sure like where to start or when to like make the kind of dive into. Because I was like sort of waiting around where all the reviews were like, yeah, this is pretty cool, but like the next generation's coming. That's where like, we're going to be able to play fast games and game games. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to kind of wait around, and then the Retroid Pocket plus 2 reviews. All right, this is where I'm going to jump in. And I think you got your Ambernick sort of around about the same time as well.
Yeah.
And like since then, like with the stuff around being able to emulate on the Series S, I've just kind of gone wild with my PC and Launchbox to like just kind of find everything. And like I've got the Mayu Mini, which it's only playing stuff up to a PlayStation, but in the last like 3 weeks, I've completed about 12 different fucking games, from like all of the handheld Mega Man games to a bunch of like the Bomberman games. And it's I don't know, it's been really fascinating to go and play those like 1-2 hour games that just give you a kind of snapshot to like, hey, this is what games were like back in like 89.
It is easy to want to go to the more powerful end of the spectrum on that stuff and just focus on GameCube and PS2, but like I never had a Game Boy Advance,
and like that console is incredible with the amount of stuff it has on it.
Yeah, I'm currently playing the Max Payne port on Game Boy Advance, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Well, actually, no, I was about to say it wasn't the same game. It is beat for beat story-wise. It basically is like I played that first game a million times. I know it back to front. Holy shit, what is happening here? But like it's basically all seamlessly created in an isometric style. And so stuff like that is just really, really fascinating. And
I actually, one of your last streams, you were talking about that was it Stop Skeletons from Fighting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like a bunch of these videos, he's talking about like ambitious ports and whatnot, and that was like really interesting for me because that's where I found out about the Sonic the Hedgehog port to the Neo Geo Pocket Color, which like I played a bunch of different ports of that original, but I didn't even know that one existed. So I immediately went and played that in the evening, which, you know, like, hey, if I could have got my hands on a Neo Geo Pocket Color and a copy of that, well, for a start, that would cost me about 300 quid, but you know,
Yeah.
it's also just not going to happen. It's great that I got to do that, but yeah, the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color are insane in terms of like some of the ports that they have. And how well some of those run. Not all of them are perfect, but like fucking Doom on the game.
Yeah.
An absurd concept.
And those small handhelds are great as well because like I think the Ambernic I have I think is more kind of in line with the Mayu Mini in terms of specs. The great thing about those little devices is at the end of the day you don't want to play a GBA game on the Xbox. It's just not going to look great.
Yeah.
You know, those little screens do great justice to the older games and to the games that were natively running at like, you know, 240p.
Definitely, yeah. And I got actually, yeah, because like the Mayu Mini, because it's a 4x3 screen. But like, you know, anything I played from say like the Game Boy, you know, Mega Man, fucking the original Mega Man on Game Boy. It's not exactly a great looking game, but it pops on my device. And you know, like through RetroArch, it's obviously got all like doors and stuff on it. It's like as much as I'd like to have an original Game Boy and all of the games, I would never actually want to play them on that. I would much rather play them like emulated. They just look that much cleaner.
And like, you know, we kind of look back on it now with rose-tinted glasses, but like that Game Boy screen
it's
and the
dreadful.
fucking the backlight or lack thereof, you know.
But I'm sure I'm sure the Analog Pocket would like, probably fixes a lot of those issues anyway. Sure, you know, it looks gorgeous on that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no one can. Well, weren't they quite expensive? Was it the Analog Pocket? Was that what it was called?
No, yeah, the one that played actual cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think it was only like it's like 200 or 250, but that was one of those ones where they're like, it's kind of like the Steam Deck. It's like we're taking orders now for 2023 summer type thing. Do you know what I mean? That is not a pick up and just grab one thing.
Yeah. But also, it was just a case of, well, it's like, well, then I actually need to now physically own these games. You know?
Yeah.
And it's a shame because we had a shop called The Rage Dublin. That was incredible. Like it had just tons and tons of just like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance carts. Didn't have the box or anything, but you could just kind of rummage through and find a bunch of stuff. But they didn't close down, but they basically downsized after the pandemic. Shame. Because
I follow them on Instagram. They still have a good collection, but yeah,
they do.
They talked about their you know, new locations.
Yeah. And it's a shame, like, you know, because it's great to have stuff like CEX, but I really do like those family owned isn't the right term, but just like, you know, like
independently
those
owned,
independently owned like game shops and whatnot. Like I had one back home that I'd go to a lot, and I don't know, there's a charm to them, there's a magic to them. Yeah.
I would love to have more. I don't even think there's one in Limerick. It is a shame. Like charity shops have games and stuff, but there's not much else. Especially like I remember what really turned me sour on CEX was like, and they're still doing it to this day, is that they're charging like 800 quid for a PS5 in CEX right now.
Pretty fucking bold.
It's pretty fucking crazy for like in the middle of the high street to be doing fucking eBay robbery. You know, that soured me. Thinks his GBA is a scandalous miss. Yeah, I can't remember why I didn't get one. I think it was what age would I be when that came out? I don't know why I didn't get one because I got a PSP when that came out.
The GBA was like 2001, 2002, or maybe 2003, around about there.
Just going off gaming, I guess, or you know what? If I recall, I think I probably just wanted a PS2 more, and the budget dictated that it could be one or the other. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, and I imagine for a bunch of other people as well, is like I think one of the big things is you didn't do the Pokemon thing where I did. Yes. So, like, okay, there's a new Pokemon game and it's on the GBA. Well, of course I'm fucking getting. You know, oh, and it's like a remake of the original Pokemon. Game Boy. Well, of course I had to get Game Boy Advance and I had to play that.
Yeah.
That probably played a part in it as well.
You know what? You're exactly right. Yeah, because I was big into the initial wave of Pokemon Mania, and then I fairly quickly grew out of it. I was that burned hot and fast for me in the sense that I don't even want to think about how much money I fucking rinsed out of my mother during that craze for stickers and figures and toys and accessories. Oh my god, it must have been criminal. But then I kind of but pretty much, I can't remember if there was a specific turning point. But basically, the second wave of games that came out, or maybe the third after Yellow, I was like, I'm done now.
Yeah. Oh no.
I've literally not gone back since.
I was on that bandwagon, and let me tell you, my friend, I have never come off of it.
That's it. There really is two ways. You immediately checked out, which I think is also why when like Pokemon Go launched and it was just the original 150. People like that was like mainstream news.
Oh yeah.
And people were going bananas about it.
Yep.
And then obviously over time when they added more, it settled into a still very big hardcore base, but you know. Oh shit. Oh fuck off! I'm helping the lady.
What's a cunt?
Oh!
Misogynistic cunt. Just wasn't meant to be.
Oh, I'm on my own.
Oh god. I've completely not even like been paying attention to if we can actually lose lives or even.
I remain completely unclear. I have absolutely no idea.
Token started by former. I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was not aware of that. That's awesome. I should go to Token more. I always have a good time when I go there. Food is fucking incredible.
Food is unbelievably great.
Yeah. Oh hey Zeke, how was London? I saw the images. Looked like you were having a good time. Am I like sending these people off to like another dimension or something? What the fuck's going on here?
What are we doing here? We're banishing them to the Shadow Realm.
Oh my god, that'd be... Oh, could you imagine the turtles in Mortal Kombat?
I'm surprised they haven't, but I guess they don't want to do the
Donatello.
They're in Injustice, aren't they? So that's
Donatello just like shoving a stake into fucking Liu Kang's cranium. That'd be great. Oh, Broxborn is the truth. It's where it's at. Civic Center represent.
Captain Zorax. I wonder, are these all still real Turtles characters, or is this like?
I mean, like, this character seems, or at least like, because when the first of these characters, these enemies came on the screen, they looked vaguely familiar. So I want to say possibly. Are these fuckers ever gonna stop running across the screen?
Yeah, holy shit, there's so much happening. Oh my god.
Fuck. What is this shield about? Is he fucking Halo or something? Alright, fuck this.
Get his ass! Yeah! Yeah!
We're cruising through this.
Yeah. I still don't understand how lives work. I don't quite know what the I assume it's a points thing. I assume once you get to 1,000 or something, you get a life.
I'd not been paying enough attention to see if we're collecting lives, so.
I think I have 4 and you have 3, but again, I don't know what dictates how you get them.
I don't know. Being the most flamboyant.
How dare you?
I always forget that the Rage has that online store now. I might have to have a look at that. Because they do have, there's like a vintage shop in Temple Bar, and they have like a small section within one of those shops now, but it's like a little corridor. It's tiny.
Right.
They have some stuff there, but I was talking to the guy there and I was like, hey, have you ever seen like a Neo Geo Pocket Color around these parts? He's like, nah, mate. The fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, what do you mean? I've got one right here. Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of question's that? Yeah. But he also had a boxed copy with the manual and everything of the original Mega Man X for, I don't know, personal favourite of mine. And I was like, oh, amuse me, how much is that? I was like, oh, it's 200 quid. Right, cool. Okay.
Was it like graded or was it just?
No, it was just like, you know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, fair enough, it's old and very popular, but like for 200 quid, I would expect it to be in one of those fucking graded boxes. You know?
Yeah. I've not really been paying much attention to the like retro games market, but I know that it's kind of just gone fucking wild over the past couple of months or so. And I did see some controversy about it, and I didn't read too much into it, but
yeah, there was a good article. I can't remember what. I think Waypoint might have had it. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's just some controversy with like the shared management between the grading company and the Premier auction house. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So grading things highly so that they will auction for more.
Ah, right, okay.
Allegedly type thing.
Yeah.
You know, so going for, you know, because stuff like, you know, so like Mario 64 went for some comical amount, and people are like, that game is like barely 20 years old or whatever the fuck, or 25 years old.
But also, there's probably like however many of that can't in production and circulation.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, fair enough. If it's like a fully boxed with the manual and everything, you know, like, yeah, that does add some value. I get that. But
there's a record store that also sells comic books in right near where I live, and it's a great shop. They sell some great stuff, but they now have a couple of graded comics for sale. Not like you know, and they're not extortion. It's like a Venom #1 from like his first standalone series, and it's like graded like a 9.0, and they're selling it for like 200 quid. And, you know, I find that stuff to be a cool novelty, but I feel like unless I win the fucking lottery, I would never bring myself to actually buy any of that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh god, here comes Sean McGee.
There he is.
There he is. I wonder, like, certainly with the retro like game market, I wonder if it's just is it just basically a case of artificial inflation, you know, taking a page out of the book of like NFTs at the moment, and just, you know, like, hey, I'll buy my own version for 500 quid, and then someone will see that and be like, oh, well, that must mean it's worth 500 quid, then I should buy it off of him then.
Yeah. And I think it's also kind of like, I mean, because like there's been a recent spike, but then again, you do also have people who say, and I'm not saying I necessarily agree with this, but there are people who say this is just all bullshit anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like because even though there was like, you know, a recent controversy with, I think, Wata is the grading board, it's like there are people who go, well, the prices that they were charging before the controversy were also stupid. Do you know what I mean? But you know, that's a hobby that's too rich for my blood anyway, so I won't lose too much sleep over it.
Because, like, you know, when I was collecting consoles and games and whatnot back in the day, and we're talking 10 years ago, I got a Dreamcast and I got a bunch of games for the Dreamcast, and I probably paid like 50 quid for it. Now, in fairness, you're probably always going to find that sort of stuff, because you're always going to have people selling consoles and games that don't know what the market is, or they're just legitimately trying to get rid of it and they're not too fussed about like the price of it. So you're always going to find that kind of bargain. But definitely, yeah, there has been I've noticed the increase or the inflation in the second-hand market for video. But mate,
along with everything else.
Along with everything fucking else. Physical Vita collection is my pension plan. Yeah, you're probably going to make a pretty fucking sweet deal off of that. Keep hold of that for the time being. Yes, this is Game of the Year 2020. This is Paradise Killer. Thank you very much, Dawn, for noticing. Oh, right. Fuck. I'm not paying attention there for a second.
Vita's another thing I never had, which is a shame because I am one of the foremost PSP defenders. I loved the PSP.
I didn't have the PSP. I went with the DS again. You know, Pokemon.
Yeah, of course.
So like, I had a Vita. I think the two things that I played on my Vita were Final Fantasy VII and Spelunky. So, you know, really got my money's worth with that fucking system. But the PSP is a complete blind spot for me. Something that I go back and find the games to play and stuff.
I think it's a really cool system. I think it has some control foibles. You know, oh my god. But like, I just to me the novelty of, because again I didn't have a GBA. So
Ow!
I
Can't hit him.
like, what the fuck is happening? Are we not supposed to hit him, or can we just, okay?
Whoa!
I didn't have a GBA,
Shit,
so I was
son.
kinda missing a generation of handhelds, and so then the PSP came out, and it was like you can play like 3D GTA on a handheld. I was like,
Yeah.
what? And even like going back again when we got our emulators, I played the PSP version of Def Jam Fight for New York, and like that's still a great version of Def Jam Fight for New York. Like,
Yeah.
for all the PSP's failings, the gimmick of, okay, we're gonna play games that like you can pass off as PS2 quality, basically, believably, was awesome. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
I actually, to Brian in the chat, I actually started Final Fantasy Tactics recently, the PlayStation version, and it did not grab me straight away. I need to give it some time, but maybe the PSP version might be the better approach to take with that.
Also, I did own some UMDs.
Oh.
And let me tell you, also the PSP was like one of the first like multimedia devices I ever owned, right?
Yeah.
I had one before I had a smartphone, obviously, because that was, you know, this was like 06 or 05 when that came out.
Yeah.
So I also had loads of pornography on my PSP, let me tell you. Oh, what a wild time it was. Oh, it was great. Oh, and I had like that, and I also had like the main event of ECW One Night Stand 2006 on there. It was like, and then I was, you know, playing fucking Tony Hawk Underground. I was like, literally, that was the happiest time of my life.
Oh,
you know?
boy. Well, this is going up on the Links to Cast TikTok tomorrow. I know that much.
Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I cannot hit this cunt at all.
Yeah. This is like, I feel like the real challenge here is all the other enemies he's summoning and the fact that he's impossible to hit.
Yeah. Like, it would be really smart if I had some sort of, like, fucking uppercut move. Instead of just down kicking the whole time.
I seem to be able to hit him with my special, so that's why I'm taunting so much. Ah, you bastards.
What the fuck was Final Fantasy Zero?
Is that not what the Chaos game was?
Oh. No, that was one, I think. Oh, you're about the Strangers of Paradise thing.
Strangers of Paradise, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, that's just whatever the hell that's called. I didn't even know there's an FF2. Whoa, Jesus.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Wrecked here. Fuck you.
This guy is hard to hit. Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't do the PSPs, I didn't do the UMDs. Even at the time, I was looking at the whole point of UMDs and thinking, why the fuck would I want to buy a tiny DVD to watch tiny films?
I think I like, even as the number one PSP defender, I mean, and again, like I said, because I was, you know, the multimedia capacities of the memory cards and stuff, I was like, you can just pirate stuff and put it on. It's really, that was actually the first time I ripped a DVD and like converted it to a file appropriate for the PSP. Little tech wizard I was at 14, so I had the Dark Knight on my PSP when that eventually came out. Oh shit! Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Oh no, we're gonna lose one of our lives. Oh,
Don't
God.
shoot me!
DVD HDs, that was a thing as well for a time. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I feel like, no, I was getting biased information because I was reading official PS2 magazine at the time. But in the run up to the PS3 launch, they had so many articles slandering HD DVD that I never tempted fate with the HD DVD.
Storytelling.
Oh shit, we're in No Man's Sky now.
No. That's Starfield now. Very much.
No, there's too much color in this.
That is true. Yes, my mistake.
I did see. I can't remember.
Whoa.
What is this?
Is this Half-Life now? Are we in Zen?
Holy shit!
Jesus. All right.
On the subject of HD DVDs, I did see someone who was some other YouTube channel that was like, "Oh, I'm just collecting weird little bits of physical media," and he went to like a car boot sale and got a bunch of HD DVDs because they were like 20 American cents.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Oh yes, I got all these," and I went on eBay and bought the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive also for like $2. And he's like, "Well, like it's a dead format and all that, but I got all these movies. They play in HD, and I have a means to play them now." So I was like, "Fair enough."
Yeah.
A movie's a movie.
The infuriating thing is, like, I think of something like, say, the Sega 32X, which was that like peripheral add-on to the Mega Drive. And I know, like, for a couple of years afterwards, that thing, basically, you could buy it for a couple of quid from, like, second-hand store.
Yes.
I bet that fucking thing is, like, 50, 60 quid now.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, totally. I remember in his episode covering it, the Angry Video Game Nerd said he got it for $4.
He followed from a flea market. Oh,
a
yeah.
flea market, yeah.
And then shot a flaming arrow through it, yes.
yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Had a backup.
Don't worry, I've seen that episode many, many times.
Yes, yeah. I like the episodes where he deep dives on the consoles.
Yeah.
Nextlander actually did a playthrough of the full 32X catalog there.
Oh, wow.
2 weeks. A very kind of quick run through. Brad obviously has a lister, which is really cool. And they just hit some kind of milestone on the 32X core. So they played every one of the 32 games that came out on that thing, including WWF Raw.
I bet that's a time.
I played the Mega Drive version of that when I got my emulator, and that I have no nostalgia for it because I didn't play it as a kid, but that game is terrible.
Yeah. Most of those 16-bit, 8-bit era wrestling games are.
Yeah, wrestling games really didn't get good until like PS1, N64 era. Your mileage may vary on some of the arcade stuff, obviously.
Yeah. If I get a 10 viewer Twitch channel, come by invite to be spent to it. Of course you can. I have no objection to that. All the merrier. Yeah, the WrestleMania the arcade and the in your house one, they're fine. But past that, I mean, I stand by it. I don't mind Attitude. I know that
That's crazy.
Look, I'm an outlier in this. I had Rich Crash on fucking Link to the Past once upon a time, and he also said something similar that I'm out of my fucking mind. But it's purely like rose-tinted glasses, like the wrestling game that I had before I got a bunch of the others. So spent a bunch of time with it.
I think that's even weirder for me because me and my friends, before we got SmackDown and No Mercy, we also played Attitude. But I remember even as a kid going, like, why is this so bad?
I don't know.
And if you try, like, listen, fire that up on the Mii Mini, it ain't gonna. You'll get those rose tinted glasses slapped off.
I'm sure if I played it now, I'd be like, oh, yes. I think part of it is like it had a fairly like in-depth custom create a wrestler mode for the time. Yeah. I think that was partially. But yes, it is slow. It is clunky. The commentary is atrocious. Doing moves is fucking arbitrary and not. I know all of this, but I stand by it. Oh, would you fuck off? Sorry, looks like you're. Oh, maybe I will.
No,
maybe
you
I will.
got me.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. But you know who agrees with you? Jeff Gersman is also a defender.
Yeah, see, me and Jeff,
I'm like, what is it?
We're in sync.
And like he hates the Aki games, which even though I don't agree, I get why people don't like them. They are a very specific kind of game. So like, fair enough. I won't argue with anyone, but like the Acclaim games, oh my god, they are so terrible. Those ECW ones as well.
Oh, they're terrible.
Oh lord.
Barry, Zig just pointed out you're on the money. Elevator level.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
I was streaming on Monday. I was doing the TNA Act games, and I was playing like the DS one in particular. And I remember I played like a little bit of one of the WWE DS games and thinking this was fucking atrocious. And like the TNA version, it ain't that much better.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I do like the. I'm about to die here.
So I keep thinking it's fucking like I'm you and you're me. I don't know why I'm doing that. Jesus.
The Impact console game though is quite good.
I gotta be honest, right? So I thought that thing played like I was like in fucking slow motion, and
Really?
maybe it's the emulator, because like Garrett was saying that he didn't ever feel like it was like slow for him, but obviously fucking.
Which console version were you
I
playing?
played the PS2 version.
The PSP. Oh, I can't vouch for that. I can't vouch for that. The console version, in fact, the main thing I think it had going for it was speed. It was a pretty shallow game in terms of it was kind of like almost like your Mario Strikers type thing where they just had a gameplay concept they were fairly confident in, and they put it out with basically no roster and no modes. But the core feel of that wrestling game I thought was quite good, and it was fast. It was a really fast game.
I will say
maybe the portable versions are just terrible.
I will say like for it as well, and maybe it's just because like the emulated version and the fact that but it upres to 4K and whatnot. But it looked, for the PS2 version, it looked really good. Like the character models were surprisingly well rendered. Like if you go back, I can't remember the exact year. Well, like PS2 version, 2018. And I don't remember much of like the WWF games by that point. But certainly, like, it held up against the PS2 WWE games for the time. So, I'll give it that. But yeah, I did find the gameplay pretty shallow. Not something that I plan to stick with.
They had a very cool reversal system. They had a lot of unique animations. And yeah, graphically it was pretty great at the time. But yeah, it had like 30 wrestlers in it. Which, funnily enough, it seems like we're going to be in a similar situation with the AEW game. I mean, it just seems like that roster is not going to be big. But like the TNA one, it didn't have that many X Division guys. It had no women at a time when the women's division was actually really good. Oh my god, these level hazards are a pain.
Right, go over here. Nearly.
I got it. I know what I'm doing.
Whoa. So the thing with like wrestling games in general at the moment, because I've not really been into wrestling games for a fair old while now. Because one of the things, like, and I was talking about this on Monday, is that part of the reason I didn't get the TNA game, not because I wasn't into TNA, because I was actively watching TNA Week at the time. It's just I'd actually already bounced off of wrestling games by that point. Like by about 2005, 2006, they weren't really doing much for me anymore. And also part of it is like when I went to university, 2007 to 2010. Ironically enough, even though I was doing a degree in game design, I didn't actually play a lot of games around that time outside of like LA. And Guitar Hero. Like I was playing a shit ton of Guitar Hero. Stuff like the wrestling games, I just kind of bounced off of. And so what I've seen of the AEW game, like it looks fine, but I was super hyped up for Fire Pro Wrestling, but I only ended up playing that for about an hour or so, and then just like, whatever. I know what this is. Like, I spent so much time playing No Mercy when I was younger, but just kind of fucking around with it, making characters, doing my own pay-per-view, shit like that. But, like, now, at the age of 34, I don't really want to do that. So, if it has a decent story campaign, maybe I'll check it out. I'll probably end up buying it anyway, but I haven't really given it that much attention. And I know, like, the last bill, people were kind of a bit... So, I don't know, like, I like the Aki games, I love No Mercy, I love NWO. If it's using that system, I'm sure I will enjoy it more than, basically, back down the WWE last week. But yeah, I'm not that fun. I don't know where you're...
This guy's health has barely gone down, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like the same barrier way with like wrestling games.
Yeah. I mean, my lack of interest in WWE in general makes it very hard to really care about the games. Are we missing a gimmick with this guy, by the way?
So
like,
you need to throw like the guys at him.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
How did I not catch that?
It's a Battletoads thing. Or maybe it's in TMNT.
I'm pretty. Well, I was excited, and then it kind of seemed like every bit of messaging about. Oh my god, I think we both did. Every bit of messaging about the AEW game kind of came out and was like, temper your expectations, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But I'm excited for there to just be another game out.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's the same thing with.
Have looked okay,
I think it was the same thing with like TNA Impact. I think people were just happy that like, you know, there was another game out there, and that I can understand. That I. Yeah. One of the things I do want to do though is there's a bunch of like wrestling games that I didn't play or didn't spend much time with, like WCW. Basically, most of the WCW games like Mayhem and Backstage Assault, which I know are fucking dreadful, but I really want to see just how bad those things were.
Yeah, they can be fun to mess with for certain, you know. Backstage Assault is so wacky. It's so fucking wacky.
Because I even remember, like, back in the day, you know, if you were reading the kind of PlayStation, the official PlayStation magazine, you know, everything would be reviewed at least, like, half decent. You know, if a game was bad, they would still try and kind of word it in a way where they weren't slagging it off too much. I remember they were like, no, this
Yeah.
don't go to in here.
Let's crash Shredder's party, amigos.
I don't know what level.
This is 14.
14. Hey, I didn't know if we was gonna like get this far, but I think we can power through to the end at this point.
I would say so.
Yeah,
I would say so. More vehicles.
Right. Wreck, son. Fucking hell.
My god.
Jesus.
That's the good stuff. Oh lord. Another thing about that reminds me of Mario Strikers, actually very funny animations.
Oh man, like when you're Bowser and you just like fucking wipe out like Rosalina or something.
And also like the tackles are obviously very funny, but also when you take a shot on goal and someone gets in the way and you fucking concuss them with the ball, it's so good.
It's like oddly like very physical.
Yes.
There's a good kind of weight behind it that you wouldn't expect with like a fucking football game, but yeah.
Or like you wouldn't even really expect like it's again it's a stupid like wacky sports game, but like it's more realistically violent than you kind of expect from a Nintendo property.
Definitely.
You're not like bonking people on the head with mallets and then they get birds above their eyes. You're like kicking the ball and like Luigi just gets knocked the fuck out, gets it cut right in the face, and he just falls flat in his back. And there's a great sound effect. Like it's just very funny. Oh my god, it's a pizza monster!
Jesus Christ!
Oh,
what fucking
gross.
Geiger monstrosity is this?
Yeah, they're like fucking what's that thing from Spaceballs? Pizza the Hut. Oh, I hated that thing. I should go for a pizza right now.
Yeah, I mean, my stew was good earlier, but I could go, yeah. Oh, it's nearly 10 o'clock, that would be... Maybe so. And it's a Wednesday. Come on.
Hump day, you know.
I suppose. Not a fan of them, though. Not a fan of them.
These monsters?
Yeah. Nice, 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 nice.
I'm wondering if the success of this is going to lead to like a revival of this kind of thing.
Well, I mean, I think Streets of Rage 4 alone
Yeah.
was would kind of like have made, because it's the same people that did that are behind this.
Oh, is it really? Oh.
Yeah. So like, I would imagine that we're gonna get. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna see like a fucking Golden Axe revival. Yeah, I could definitely see. I could see like them bringing more stuff back.
Who owns Golden Axe? Do you know that?
Oh,
I have no idea. It's Capcom, is it?
who owns anything these days is You know,
Embracer Group is just like, you just say that and you might be right. You know?
I saw like a pie chart the other day of like who owns what studio, and there was about 7 kind of conglomerates of Microsoft, Embracer, Tencent, and what, and then like each one had about 60 fucking studios in. Who the fuck knows?
It's pretty grim. I think Golden Axe was Capcom.
Well, Golden Axe was Sega originally.
Oh, was it? Okay.
But I don't know
What
if
am I
it was.
thinking of?
I don't know if it was made by Sega. Because Capcom would have had Final Fight. That would have been.
Oh yeah. Everyone was briefly excited they were bringing that back when they showed the Street Fighter trailer.
Yeah.
Which they still may. It seems like it's going to have some elements of that.
So obviously, you know, with Sega owning Golden Axe, that who the fuck knows what that means in terms of. Maybe it'll appear on. Was it on the mini Mega Drive? Maybe it was.
Probably.
It is on the mini Mega Drive, yeah.
I'm trying.
Burning my ass here.
Last second. Sick. Future Rage 4 was good fun. I played that to completion with Brona. That was a lot of fun.
It's pretty tough though. Like the game
Yes.
gets pretty rough towards the end.
I have not since bothered trying, but I was like, I probably won't beat it on my own. So I was like,
I did manage it, but it became one of those games where I wasn't really using skill to beat it as much as I was figuring out whatever the best kind of like exploit works to get past certain parts. Because like the bit where you're on the train and you have to take the 2 bosses on at once that you took on
yeah.
that like particularly arced. Yeah, I don't.
Go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say I'm trying to think of like other brawlers that could see a revival. Like Final Fight, I guess would be the biggest.
I saw a viral tweet. People being like, "Oh, I wonder if this means we'll get a new version of the Simpsons game," and it's just like, and any of the licensed ones. I mean, obviously they still make TMNT games all the time, so this one makes sense. But
did the Simpsons did that get a home port?
Yeah, so that was on Live Arcade. That was on.
Oh
360.
yeah, it was, wasn't it? But did it have like a like an original like a NES port?
No.
Right.
So yeah, it was actually unless maybe it did in some regions, but I'm fairly sure in the West that the first version of it that came home was the 360 port. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just because I talked about this during when I was playing Simpsons Hit and Run. I was like, these days a lot of the licensors don't really care enough about your fucking geeky passion project pitch that you're giving them about bringing back the Simpsons arcade game, you know.
But I guess it just comes down to like they'll see like Streets of Rage or this, which I imagine will do financially well. And, all right, maybe we can take it, or maybe it's just a case of fuck it, we'll just give it to like .mu and just let them do it. You know, the reason we got Sonic Mania, Sonic Team, fuck it, we can't do this. Hey, here are these like mod hacker developers that are just doing like really good shit, and they did the Sonic C, or fuck it, we'll just give it to them. So there could be a thing like that. You know, Splathouse is a series that I have no affinity with, and it's actually one of those series that I want to play. Like now, I have the means. But I know there was the 3D Splathouse on like this. Great. So I feel like maybe they'd be gun shy. Again, like fuck knows who.
Oh yeah.
But certainly like a trilogy collection that would.
Yeah, they put it. I think in that 3D version you can play the originals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I tried to play original Splatterhouse on the Ambernick on MAME when I got it. Again, as a theme of this stream, it's incredibly hard and it's kind of negated when you can just push select to just play again.
Yeah.
And it does kind of like, not only does it negate the challenge, but that kind of makes the game feel pointless, because like, okay, I have no financial hindrance now, which is great, but then you realize the game isn't as good as it would be if it was balanced properly, you know?
If I can't like potentially waste about 30 quid on completing this thing, what is the fun? What is the challenge?
Exactly.
Huh? But yeah, that is one of the things though, when you play like those arcade brawlers, is you do quickly realize that like the game is just designed with that in mind, and I know it's not exactly like a shocking revelation, but you
No.
realize just how kind of thin the games feel once you get past that aspect. And again,
Yeah.
even like Streets of Rage 2, which I adore, you know, my thing that brings me back to the game is just the soundtrack. It's not like the combat, because there's really not that much to it. And I imagine it's the same thing with like a TMNT, like Turtles in Time. You know, like, hey, it's cool that you're playing as the Turtles and the levels are, you know, harken back to different parts of like the show and whatnot. But still, as an actual brawler, it's pretty limited. Yeah.
And the same is true of Simpsons as well. There's nothing to that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think I might actually go back to Splatterhouse at some point. The other thing about Splatterhouse is that 2 and 3, as best I can tell, well, the first one had like arcade, and then it had like ZX Spectrum, or some shit. No, that's actually not right. No, it had an obscure home system port, but then like 2 and 3 had like Genesis ports, right?
Yeah.
So you can play that version of the game and have it be a little bit more balanced.
Sure.
Yeah.
I did watch the Digital Foundry video on that.
Oh yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, God, their deep dives on like franchise, their Mortal Kombat video is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I honestly end up liking their retro series more than their kind of modern stuff, because I don't know, I don't really find that much interesting about like, does this game in 2022 run fucking 60 FPS? Well, it does, except in these sections here, and it has ray tracing, blah blah. I don't really care. I'm way more interested in like, you know, like the Doom series, and just finding out about like how the Jaguar version was made in 2 weeks. Or no, sorry, the 3DO version was made in 2 weeks, based off of the Jaguar version. Like that shit, that is so fucking fascinating. Oh. I actually need to see if I can find it. I imagine there is an emulator for the 3DO.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Hang on!
Come on, over here. What's been nice is, like, we've been talking pretty intently for, like, the last half an hour or so, and I've not really been thinking about what I'm doing at all.
Yeah, and that's kind of good in a way.
Yeah. Oh, I am getting fucking wrecked.
That's alright. I've got pizza. It is kind of telling how unusual it is for a game like this to have a resurrection mechanic, because of how kind of awkwardly implemented it is and hard to do it is.
So I know we were talking, I think before we came on air, but like, I know you took the week off from streaming and whatnot, but like, do you have like an idea on what you're planning on streaming like next week or when you come back?
Yeah. So I'm still, still things are a little bit up in the air schedule-wise at the moment. Got some good news on the house front this week, which is great, but it also means I don't want to commit to any big long playthroughs right now because I may have to abruptly stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week I am planning to play Stardew Valley for the very first time.
God.
And that would be a thing where like I'll probably play it, and then that would be a nice like I can kind of drop in on that whenever. Like I don't have to do that every week. So I will play that.
Fuck you, Jesus.
And I'm gonna get it on the Switch as well, so that's a thing I can just have with me, and I can kind of tinker with it whenever I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm playing that, and then once I kind of get back into the rhythm of a regular schedule again in the, hopefully soon in the new house, I have a gamut of PS2 games I want to get to. That I'm actually some very interesting little curiosities. I think I've said this on stream before, but I the next one I want to do a full playthrough of, I want to play The Punisher, which I played around the time it came out, and it is fantastic. I never finished it. That is the one with the like mini game, like torture mini games.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for that game. I'm curious to see how it holds up.
Speaking of brawlers, actually, now I think about it, one of the first games that I had on the PlayStation 2 was, I think it was a Square Enix game called The Bouncer, which was, yeah, it was like a 3D brawler, basically.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, again, it was one of the first, like, yeah, PS2 games that I had, and I played the shit out of that. Again, that's actually a game that, it's one of the few games that I played when I was younger that I haven't actually come back to. Because most of the things that I played when I was younger, like your Mega Mans and what, I've played since then. That's one of the few that I have not. And I've not even, like, gone to look and see what it looks like on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I really want to go and play that and see just how fucking poorly that thing has probably aged.
Yeah. What do you know? Was that early PS2
That
life
was
cycle?
early PS2.
Yeah. I'd be very curious to see with 22 eyes. I don't think I ever owned it, but I think I remember seeing on demo discs like a trailer for it and stuff like that. And I remember it being incredibly cool. But yeah, what would that look like now?
Yeah, so I might actually do a stream of that at some point. Like the emulated version that works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might put that on the list.
Funny, I was gonna say what you need to do is just get yourself a PS2, but then like getting it to spit out 1080p is the next fucking hurdle.
Well, I'm sorry, but when I've got Launchbox that is as convenient as it is, and I can just go to a different tab. Oh, do I want to play some PSP today? Yeah, sure. Oh, do I want to play some GameCube today? Oh, yeah, go for it. You know.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping because actually I'm also keeping an eye on. There's a couple of standalone emulators that are currently in development on the Xbox that might perform a bit better than RetroArch. I'm kind of hoping those come along quickly because the convenience of just, especially for streaming purposes, the convenience of just having PS2 stuff there.
Yeah.
You cannot put a price on that. And
I will say, like with Launchbox, like I don't even use RetroArch anymore. I use like the standalone emulators for basically. Because like RetroArch is pretty handy. Like for my Mayu Mini, for like all of my like handheld consoles and stuff, it's fine. You know, whatever. But the standalone emulators, like the Dreamcast one, Redream, so much nicer.
Yeah.
Functionality, stability, like Dolphin standalone, way better than RetroArch. So yeah, that's kind of the thing that I'm waiting for. For the this, I think that'd be massive. Also, fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's a bastard. And also, I've noticed like when he splits off and he does like upper body attacks and kick attacks, like you can't hurt his legs.
Not really.
Your damage just hurt his legs.
I knew you were gonna.
Little fat baby legs are
fuck
coming for you.
Ah. God damn it.
Oh, Zig is saying I have not mentioned that on stream yet. Okay, yeah, there you go. Punisher. It's been a while. Just a sucker for the licensed games of yore, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you fucker.
So close, so close.
Oh my fucking god.
Man.
Yes! Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Lord.
Whew.
Sweating. Sweating.
Yeah, doing a 2-hour plus stream in the summer is never a good idea.
Oh god, yeah. I started around this time last year, and I think like I remember like playing Mario Sunshine, and the sun just oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, is this really hard, or am I having heat stroke?
Yeah.
Ready for revenge. Oh my god, what is this song?
This is fucking baller. There have been certain like podcasts that we've done like during the summer, and I swear like I've melted into the chair by the end. Yeah. I had a feeling at the moment as well.
Yeah.
But I'm pot committed at this point. I'm too far in.
Oh no, yeah, we can't stop at this stage. This song is awesome.
Oh, this is Raekwon.
This is the Raekwon song, okay.
I thought this was just actually Shredder. fuck you.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! How many lives we got left? Okay, we got like 1 life left each. Oh no, we got 2. Okay.
If I swear to God, if at the end of this it actually does decide to do like a game over, fuck you kind of thing. Oh boy. April does have like a pretty decent combo that does kind of chaining some attacks together.
Any comments?
Any
Shredder?
comments? Go on,
Oh,
go on.
you bastard.
Ah! There we go.
Yeah, get fuck boy. Yeah, teabag him. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of a big thing now. Like gaming soundtracks on vinyl, pretty kind of common combination.
I have The Last of Us 2 soundtrack. Oh shit, we're not finished yet.
Fuck you. Like, not to bring up Paradise Killer for the 80th time on the stream, but you know, if the day that I do get my hands on a vinyl player, like that will be one of the first.
Is that out? Is that one of them?
Oh yeah, that's out. Yeah, because there's the vinyl for it, and then Epoch put out like a kind of B-sides of the game about 6 months ago or so.
That is a fucking great soundtrack.
Right, this should be the last level.
Times Square.
Oh no, is that? Wait, is that fucking Statue of Liberty?
Oh hell yeah! Oh, it's like Metal Gear Solid or some shit. It's like a parable. It's like this game's actually about 9/11.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! As all good media is.
Oh shit! Are we gonna end up playing as Raiden at some point?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh shit.
I've somehow not been hit yet. Did I speak too
shit.
soon?
Oh, no!
Oh my god!
That's awesome!
Speaking of Kojima, that was straight out of Snatcher. Fuck. I feel like Krang is like a fucking Earthworm Jim character.
I always get it mixed up with MODOK.
Yeah? Yeah, I can see that.
MODOK is a very fun series on Disney Plus if anyone hasn't seen it. Statue of Tyranny!
I feel like this is just a bullet sponge sort of thing. Like, tactics have kind of gone out the window.
Yeah. Any comments?
I've only just clocked on that you playing the Game Boy is your way of charging up for a special attack.
yeah, it's great.
Like, there have been a bunch of times I've seen him doing it. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? I thought it was like
it's easy to miss in all the mayhem.
Yeah, I thought it was like an idle pose or something. Whoa!
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, this seems ambitious. Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Oh, new attacks!
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I gotcha, I gotcha, I gotcha. Yo!
Get fucked. Yeah!
Boy.
Oh,
Oh, you just got fucking wrecked.
See, kids, it is bad for you.
Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, I feel like between the two of us, we could do this. Alright, come here. Oh, you got it. It's nice.
Oh, Zig fucking MODOK didn't get renewed. That's sad.
Ah, what?
Stop motion is just too beautiful for this
Yeah.
world.
I'm guessing there's going to be like some super last end game boss.
Yeah, there's got to be something. Here we go. All right, here we are. Times Square, my favorite SmackDown. Here comes the Pain Arena.
Oh shit.
God, it looks so cool.
Yeah, he did get super shredded. Fucking hell. Oh boy.
Oh, we're not doing any damage to it.
This is gonna be one of those, isn't it?
Oh God. Oh, is this gonna be one of those things where we have to wait for him to get dazed or something?
There you go.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and we missed it. Okay.
All right. Well, hey,
Go.
at least we know.
Video game, I'm trying to go. Let me go.
Ah, fuck's sake.
It's
No! Ah! Okay, I'm
Why
leaving you
is it
to
telling us to go, but not letting us go.
leaving you to die next time.
Absolutely.
Any comments?
Ew.
Oh my God, those are so hard to skip.
Here we go. Right, ready, ready, ready. Get in, get in, get in. Smack, smack. Yes! Fucking have that, son.
Just a minute.
I don't understand why it's telling us to go all the time.
You keep your personal distance from me. Oh, is it? It's not saying that on my screen.
Oh, it must be a bug then. I've had a few bugs on my
Yeah?
Oh shit.
It could just be like connection thing, maybe.
Oh dang it. The window to hit him is so small.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Oh. Wait, why did I do that? That was stupid.
Any comments?
Alright. Get in, let's get in.
There we go.
Any comments?
I feel like the kind of collision on the flames on the floor is a bit like open to interpretation in terms of where the collision box is.
Yes, totally. And I feel like that's part of the charm of making one
Yeah.
of these, isn't it? You know, that's very true to the era.
Just a minute.
Oh,
Oh
right.
my God.
New wave. Oh my god. Can I? Okay, you can hit them. That's good.
Here's a real showstopper.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Any comments?
Oh, he's getting jacked now.
Oh shit.
Fuck's sake.
I always forget that. Okay, this is it. This has got to be it. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. No, you bastards.
Just a minute.
Next time we're doing a no-hit run, right?
Minute.
Totally. I'm right there with you. I might not be available to stream that night.
Alright, come on. Have your little freak out and let's get this done.
Yes! Yes!
Woo!
Impossible.
Oh. No final forms, just die. Yes!
I got some sort of announcement there. Oh yeah. Got a follow. Thank you, Sean, for following. I think I had one before that. Ah, Zig, thank you for following as well.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Oh. Dedicated award, most enemies defeated. Whew.
Yep, there's notification, complete story mode.
There we go. New
Booyah.
York and rest easy.
Whew. Alright, overall thoughts on that?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it wasn't on Game Pass, I would have happily dropped the big 2-0 on that.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
what is this? We're not getting the credit we deserve.
Oh god.
It's the freaks.
Oh, is this like the secret, like, extra New Game Plus
It's the
campaign?
bad ending.
Oh no.
They're like, you fucking sucked. You died too much.
There she is with her reduced honkers. Honestly.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. I will definitely jump back into this both alone and with pals. I'll try and get a. I'm curious to get a 6-man going.
Definitely.
Oh, I mean the graphics are great.
Oh, thank you very much. That was a good time. That was a great show.
Thank you very much, Brona, from your sick bed.
I hope you're feeling much better, much soon.
So they published by is it .emu or .emu?
I think it's .emu. I think.
Yeah. So that reminds me of another thing that came out this year that I don't think it's Game of the Year, but Windjammers 2 was good.
I really like Windjammers. So, right, the thing with Windjammers 2, and similar to Mario Strikers, is I'm having a lot more fun with those, and actually like Switchboards to some degree, playing with my housemate. Kind of like it's a local co-op game. You know, like Windjammers playing online is fine, but actually having someone next to you to just kind of like just keep playing. Yeah, I think Windjammers 2 is actually like probably sneakily in my top 10. I've got a few games that I've not actually given a review on backlog for, because those sorts of games where they don't have like a definitive ending, I don't know when to like actually put in a review for backlog.
Right.
But that probably would end up.
Yeah, no, it's great. It is really great. Yeah, it's limited, but I think what they have is really fun.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, making the same point about like what is there. I don't need those extra bells and whistles. I don't need like a fucking full-on campaign. Need it to be Windjammers, but more available than to the fucking French community. Yeah, that was awesome. That gave me that fix, that 2D brawler. I think it ticks all the boxes that you want there, and it's not too like aggressive in terms of constantly like knocking you on your flat on your ass that I get with like those 2D brawlers sometimes. Though obviously this is just medium mode, so maybe the hard mode is extra degree of bullshit. I think it would have been nice to have had like 1 or 2 levels that were a little bit different, other than just the side-scrolling, like the platform vehicles.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd have been nice to have like a little something as well, but no, I think, and yeah, it looks great as well. I'm definitely gonna go listen to the soundtrack tomorrow and just.
I might throw it on right now.
If there's anything at the end. Well, Barry, thank you very much for taking the time to do the stream with me. I've had a blast.
That was great fun. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that again.
And I've unlocked Casey Jones. My God.
Hell yes.
Whoop whoop. Yeah. Fuck it. When they announced like Golden Axe revival, well, or the Bouncer 2, we'll jump back online for that.
Or maybe like if they ever show that GoldenEye remake, we can face off in fucking what's the pyramid level? We'll do that, or facility.
Aztec, wasn't it? The pyramid level.
Yeah.
Barry, you speak my language. I'm all for that. Definitely. Did you check out the Agent 64? I don't know if you have like the ability to play stuff on Steam, but there's a game called Agent 64, which is basically going to be like it's kind of a homage to GoldenEye. It's only got 1 level. It's part of the Steam demo festival last week, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely, it's in that spirit of GoldenEye. So
yeah, I haven't checked out any of the Steam demos yet, but that is literally the one. I'm like, I want to play that.
It's pretty cool.
The trailer on YouTube, and it looks like it's not just doing the art style; it's got it all down.
It has the feel. You can shoot chairs and they explode. It has everything down. Yeah, it's only like 7 to 10 minutes long. It's not like expansive. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we'll leave it for here. I should be back on next Monday. Monday, I think, is the day we can see. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I think I will maybe check out the Bouncer. I do want to check out Rogue Legacy 2. That's something I think I will definitely stream. I think that's kind of the right environment to do that. But yeah, Mondays definitely I'll be on here, and then obviously Barry will be around for Game of the Year come the end of the year, and I don't know, maybe we'll find some things to stream in the meantime, depending on what comes out the rest of the year.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Well, Barry, thank you once again for coming on. Thank you for everyone to show up. It's been good fun. Yeah. We'll see you around.